Hey skiers, it's Bob with Skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2023 ski test. We've got a new model today. This is the Nordica Unleashed 108. Awesome modern take on a freeride ski. And you know, they take a lot of their influences from Santa Ana in terms of construction, but then also a little bit from like Enforcer 110 in terms of shaping. There are some differences here and there, but overall this is kind of that top end modern freeride ski. Best suited for softer snow, but we've certainly found it to perform well when there's not a bunch of fresh snow too, making it an intriguing option for that wider twin tip with that freeride mentality. So Unleashed takes most of the Santa Ana construction with the wood core and one sheet of terrain specific metal, so that full laminate gets cutouts along the sides in a wider ski that leaves more ski without metal, giving it a little bit more playfulness along the edges where that metal is cut out, and just a better snow feel overall for when it gets softer. But the metal laminate that does run tip to tail and centrally throughout, full width underfoot, does give this thing some good torsional stiffness and edge grip for when it's not a foot plus of snow, which makes this thing a pretty formidable weapon for most days, especially if you live and ski in a snowier area. With that wood core and metal, we do get a little bit of weight. This is the 174. We're looking at 1,937 grams per ski. You know, as you can imagine, bump up to the 180, 186, even the 191, that weight is going to increase, but it doesn't feel like it's that heavy. You certainly get the dampness and stability, but a bunch of maneuverability as well, thanks to the shape and profile. So 108 millimeters underfoot, we're getting an 18.3 meter turn radius. Again, as that ski gets longer, you're gonna see a longer arc to go along with it, making this thing pretty stable at speed. We had a blast on it here at Stowe. Got a snowy day for it for our first time out on it, and then used it in non-powder day formats from there on. And not only was it a ton of fun in that soft snow, but when we got it on groomers and in off-piste scenarios, really did well there as well. But yeah, kind of that free ride style twin tip. There's not a whole lot of application for a 108 millimeter underfoot ski in a groomed terrain park. Certainly more of backcountry freestyle orientation going on with this ski, but we do see a good amount of splay. One of the big differences in profile versus Enforcer is a shorter rocker profile, a longer underfoot camber. So that leads to a more dramatic splay and a bigger distance between the tips overall. So really helps the ski just pop up. It gives it more energy, whereas Enforcer could be considered a little bit more loping in terms of smoothness. This thing has some good pop and energy to it, while keeping that effective edge pretty long. We see the same thing in the tail. Pretty good splay to this one. But just not a huge amount of tail rocker. The splay and that abruptness takes up most of that distance. So when you're in that soft snow, you can really play around with it and get the ski to move where you want to go. And then back on trail, it's not always fresh powder. You got to get back to the lift somehow. This thing does a great job at making those turns a lot more fun, and just a surprising amount of carving ability and power. Once you get this big ski up on edge, it really rides around the side cut nicely, giving you those clean round arcs. No one's buying this as a front side ski, but you can't really deny the quality that it puts forward on those groomers. Great to see out of Nordica getting this wider freeride twin tip in the mix. This is Unleashed 108. Check this thing out at Skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.